There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. How can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I've started from, and nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Hi everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And that hymn, that is one of my favorite pieces of music, sung by a sister group called Mary Mary. And since getting to America, I swear I've listened to that song almost every day, especially when I wake up with a pit in my stomach and a sense of fear for challenging the new day and thinking, like what's happening in South Africa with our loose ends we're still having to tie up, which has got me stressed to the bone, and all the new adventures that we need to forge on ahead on this path here in America, from my kids going to school and my husband and I job hunting. And it is quite a feat. It's quite a mountain to climb. But today I'm going to take you a little bit through my working week and show you exactly what I go through when my husband's gone to school, the kids are gone to school, and then I go to work. And my work at the moment is eating as many pantries as I can so that I can keep us food secure until my husband and I are both working. So let me take you along on a little bit of my pantry journey, and we'll catch up after the clips you're going to watch now, and then we'll talk a little bit about being a refugee, living off, like the good charity of all these loving people who look after those of us who are food insecure during a phase in our lives where we are not only rebuilding but settling as well. So let me take you along and I'll show you what happened on my week. Eat my first pantry, eat a couple more, and we'll talk a little bit more after this. See you now. So after a busy morning doing an interview, which was very successful because I've secured a second, here I am pounding the pavement to walk my few miles to the pantry to go and see what I can collect and get today. I've done it every day this week, and it's part of my job. While I don't have a job yet, my work is pounding the pavement and getting to that pantry to build up our food resource until my husband and I are working. God, you wouldn't catch me doing this in South Africa. Not that we have these types of facilities, but here in America we are fortunate to have that. And it just means it's a little bit of extra elbow grease or knee grease in this situation to just get there. Problem is, where the pantries are on the same road on which I live, if I had to take the bus would go via town, and then I'd have to take 2 buses. So it's not worth it. I'd rather just walk the 2 miles and get my steps in, my exercise, soak up the vitamin D, because there's not going to be a lot of that when the winter rolls in, and I'm scared my African soul will get depressed with not having sun for like 8-9 months. So here we go. We'll see what I get after I get there. It's best to get there early. So you in and out of there once they open. And yeah, I have to say, all this walking, it's the exercise I've been needing for a long time. So let's get there and we'll see how many people there are. Hopefully not too many today. And yeah, thank God for all the good Christian souls in America who do this to look after those of us that are in need. Well, let's get to the pantry. And yeah, hopefully I don't break too much of a sweat. Woo. Okay, so just to give everyone an idea of what my haul was today, and thank goodness my husband ended college early enough to come and help me carry it, because I swear I need to take like a rolly bag with next time. This is the Seventh Day Adventist Community Center, and they're fantastic, especially when it comes to fresh fruit and vegetables, which is vital when it comes to our diet here in the house. So I was lucky to get 3 awesome packets of bacon. I got some limes. I got awesome pineapple fresh. I prefer the fresh pineapple to the punneted version usually, because it doesn't go bad as quickly. And I got a bag of limes, which is my yay, especially for making my my salad dressings and all of that, because I tend to not buy salad dressing. I usually make my own. I got some fresh broccoli. I've got a nice salad bag. I got a bag of cheese slices. Believe it or not, I don't eat cheese. I hate cheese. I'm one of those people, don't ask. I hate cheese. But the one cheese I do eat is what people call fake American cheese. Love the stuff. Only the cheese I'll ever put on a sandwich or on my eggs or whatever. Then I got this awesome bag of cheese sauce. Now, because I buy myself a whole lot of these at dollar store, at Dollar Tree, okay, sandwich Ziploc bags. What I do with something like this, I will repackage it into smaller bags so that I've got for actual size, and then I can put it in the fridge or freeze it, etc. I got a whole bunch of cucumbers because we eat a ton of that, because we like to eat salad every day, especially my husband, because he doesn't eat starch. And then I've got some mushrooms. My husband was really happy for these today, purely because he loves mushrooms. I don't, so then I got some peppers. I got a whole butter, which makes my heart sing, so I'm happy for that block of butter. And then I got a nice big punnet of baby spinach. And then obviously strawberries, some mango chunks, and these are the ones I usually use for my kids' lunches that I pack for school. And I got about 6 of these. My kids ate 2, my husband and I ate 2 on the way back, because we were like, yeah, finished. And then usually they hand out sweets as well, and I got a pack of mixed donuts for my kids to snack on. So that was today's haul, because today's haul at the 7-Day Adventist was all perishables. Okay. Oh, and happy days for something that is okay. And happy days, as I wanted to show as well, I got a whole container of fresh eggs, and it's not your standard white American eggs, which I find pretty weird. It's just my South African brain with an egg that's this color. These are cage free, and you wouldn't believe it, the normal white eggs, which I usually buy if I run out of eggs and can't find, will go like a container of eggs like this, if it's the white eggs, will sell for about $1.50 at my favorite market, Russ's Market. However, to get cage-free large brown eggs, they are super expensive in America. These usually retail for about $6 for 12. Yeah, $6 for 12. So to get these eggs at the pantry was I jumped for joy. I was like, yep, I need eggs, I'll take them. So yeah, that was my haul for today at the Seventh-Day Adventist. I'm doing the same long walk tomorrow because it's non-perishables. That's when it's things like rice and canned food and pasta and all of that sorts of stuff. So if you're just willing to put in the elbow grease, go there, stand in the queue. Yeah, like deal with some of the fighting that happens in the queue, because today, yeah, there was a little bit of a brawl because two ladies jumped the queue and a guy was not happy. He was like, yeah, he flipped his lid. So I just find it as entertainment in the pantry line. So, yep. That's my whole. Thank you, 7-Day Adventist Community Center, for the awesome, fresh food that we can eat as people who are still on the up and up, up and coming, and yeah, don't have the dollars to spend on food like this. So thank you. That's all for today. We'll see what tomorrow's all brings with the non-perishables. Okie dokie. It's Friday, and after a full 5-day week of beating the streets to get to the pantries, today at least I've got my husband with me because he's day off from college and I don't have to carry so heavy. So let's get to the pantry and yeah, get a steppin'. So yeah, today's Saturday, another day, another dollar. Yesterday I went with my husband. We went to the Good Neighbor Pantry, and as I discovered, they're open on a Friday. However, on a Friday they don't do any handouts of food or products. What we are able to do though is for $2 get your pantry card. That way you don't have to go in every single time with your ID. My form of ID at the moment is my little learner's card, which I'm going to hold on to until I get my driver's license, because in America your driver's license is really your identification. So I've got my pantry card. That's what I will use Monday to Thursday if I am able to pop into Good Neighbor to get some additional supplies. Today, however, is Saturday morning, and I'm actually going with a good friend of mine. She is a lifesaver, an absolute angel, and because she has a car, she helps certain South Africans when we need a ride anywhere, when they need just to go somewhere for an emergency. And yeah, she's an absolute star, and she knows who she is. She's amazing. So thank you, Vilma. You are amazing, and I can't thank you enough. So the two of us are going today so that we can really show a fellow South African, a new arrival, where a really good Saturday pantry is, because it is Saturday morning. There's only two pantries one pantry that operates on a Saturday. The other one only operates on first Sunday of the month. My husband made me an absolutely brilliant schedule, as they say in America, and that schedule gives you a breakdown of which pantries are open, which times, and what exactly they hand out, whether it's perishables or a non-perishable foods. Okay, so she's about to pick me up now. Then I'm going to quickly run with her so that we can show our fellow South African where this pantry is, and then hopefully also get a couple of extra supplies for our own homes. So let's go, and I will show you when I get back what I've gotten, because I tend to not be a rude and film at a pantry. Everybody's in such a desperate state. The last thing you need to do is having somebody out with the phone filming. So let me get going, and I'll be back to show you my haul. Okay, I'm back with my haul, and it was a really good one. And let's take a look, because this particular pantry doesn't always have a lot. So what they do as well, they govern you really strictly what can be taken from the shelves. It's usually like a row of shelves, and you can only take one item from that row, from that panel of shelves. So it's wise to take your time, look carefully at everything, and only choose what you know you and your family will eat. Because the worst is to choose something you don't eat. And for me, it is really a sin. It is one of the 7 deadly sins to really throw away food. I cannot do it. I come from Africa. In Africa, food is a precious source, as precious as water. So from living in South Africa, I had a thing. I'll never throw food away. Any old food or leftovers usually went to the dogs, but if it was good enough to eat still, I would put it in a packet and freeze it. I'll show you what I mean in a bit after I've done my unpack here for you. As you can see, this is what I call my pantry bag. It is big enough to carry quite a bit in it, and enough for me to carry. Because usually when I'm with my husband, we'll take our rolly bag with. It's really just a suitcase that is on wheels. Then it makes it easier to walk a long distance with it. But this is my go-to carry bag for a pantry, so that I can make sure I don't walk with anything in a box, because I'm walking, I don't have a car. If you have a car, you just load the box into your vehicle. But if you don't have a car, walking with a box and all of these really, really flimsy shopping bags that they have here in America, the shopping bags are extremely flimsy and thin. You bound to tear it as you're walking a long distance. So let me unpack my haul and show you what I got today. Okie doke, so today was a very kind haul for us that went to go and stand there today and wait. I got another box of lasagna sheets, which makes me happy because I was planning on making some lasagna for lunch tomorrow, for Sunday lunch. I was so happy to see that they had some all-purpose flour on the shelf again, because I do use a lot of flour when I make my own burrito skins, taco skins, and just to thicken sauces and stuff. So very happy for the flour. A couple of cake bites for my kids. I got today's meat choice at the pantry was either fish, which is tilapia, or some bacon. I went with the bacon. I'm not a fan of freshwater fish, which I assume tilapia is. I've never eaten tilapia. We don't really have it in South Africa. We eat hake and snoek. So if I don't eat it, I'm not going to take it, because like I said, I hate wasting food. You are then also able to choose a nice drinky. This is a sparkling water. Last time when I went to the same pantry, I took the lemon sparkling water. I don't have any soda in the house at the moment because it's a luxury, and I don't spend money on luxuries when we have not a lot of money. That's just me. So, yep. I took the sparkling bubbly water, and that's for Mama, because I like drinks with bubbles. I cannot drink plain water, so even my water has got to have some sparkle in it. I was very happy that there was one peanut butter on the shelf. I took that because that's the only snack my husband has as his personal little favorite snack is peanut butter, because he's a keto guy, so peanut butter is his go-to snack. There was some awesome hot dog buns, Wonder Bread. My son is not a fan of all the sweeter breads like brioche and all of that they have on the shelves here. So when I see good old white bread, I grab it, because my son loves plain white bread. That's just what he likes. At certain pantries, you'll see they won't give you a whole punnet of eggs. They tend to divide it up for people. So I was lucky to get another half a carton of eggs. And as I told you in my last video, the brown babies is what I tend to go for. If there's only white, I will use it. Beggars can't be choosers. So very happy to see that. Thank you, God, for that. I got some cheese. This is soap. Because I'm a liquid soap girl, but I love liquid soap. I absolutely abhor a cake of soap, because I always think cakes of soap are so unhygienic, sitting there catching dust and getting all sorts of bits in them. But I've been taking soap where I can, purely because I don't want us to run out of soap. It's important for keeping clean and fresh. So today I did take some soap. We've got some nice sliced cheese. As I told you, Mama loves the sliced American cheese, and you can't go wrong with cheese in your fridge. The kids love, my daughter loves it, and so do I when it comes to using it for meals. I was happy for the sweet corn, because my kids love sweet corn, and today there was some sweet corn, and I grabbed this just to add into their meals when I make a nice happy meal for them. There was salad today, salad bag, I got that, some nice beautiful baby carrots. I nearly cried when I looked into the fresh produce bag today that they handed out, and that there was what we call coriander, or the Indian word dhania. Us colored people in South Africa, we call it dhania, but in America, they won't know what coriander is. They call it cilantro. So when I saw my favorite herb, in that bag of produce. I was so happy. I also got some peaches. There were 3 peaches in the fresh produce bag, and an absolutely beautiful punnet of strawberries. Instead of taking cookies and all of that, that my kids are not really a fan of eating all this really sweet stuff like cookies with sugar glazing on it, or some of the donuts that they give out. I will rather lay my hands on whatever fresh fruit I can find, and my kids love strawberries. And there's also a lovely salad bowl that I'll pack for my husband on Monday when he goes to college as his lunch for college. So that was a really nice haul today. I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely grateful for what we are able to be gifted from these kind souls who work at these pantries, and the kind souls who donate to them. Okay, so the people who work at these pantries are all wonderful, so kind, so friendly, and it's so vital that we just say a good thank you and a God bless you to them who help us that I need all the time. So that was the haul for Saturday morning, and now I'm gonna take a little bit of a rest and a break, so that I can rest this tired body from all the walking I did this week. You don't want to know how many steps I did. Oh my word. Because of my years living on a farm and living far away from everything, but also being sure that I didn't waste food. It was very important for me to make sure that my freezer was always well stocked for food for a rainy day. Not only meat, because meat we don't get that much of. So the minute you get something meat-wise, it's really appreciated, whether it's some chicken or they like to always also donate a pack of ribs where there is. And I am very blessed to get all the bacon. And if there's one thing I can say about American bacon, oh my word, I totally understand why Americans are nuts for eating bacon on everything and with everything. American bacon is by far the most delicious bacon you will ever have. And South Africans, we tend to have shoulder or back bacon over and above streaky bacon. We call in South Africa what they have in America, we call it streaky bacon. And streaky bacon is super expensive compared to the other two bacons that you do get on the shelves. So in America, there's only one thing that's bacon. It's my favorite bacon, which is streaky, what we call streaky bacon. And the bacon here is longer strips and much thicker cut. Absolutely delicious. I love streaky bacon. I didn't like the shoulder and the back bacon that much in South Africa, so I would always spend a little bit extra getting streaky. But then the bacon in South Africa is such thin little slivers of bacon, so it would take me 3 packets of streaky in South Africa to make breakfast for myself, my husband, and the 2 kids. Yeah, 1 pack of bacon and it feeds all 4 of us for breakfast. So why am I opening my freezer right now is to give you an idea of how I tend to save money, so that in the event of one of these days when my husband and I are both in a job, basically because it's entry-level jobs for us, and with entry-level jobs it's the odd hours and we won't be able to make it out to the pantries. So I am trying to stock up as much as I can, so that when we start working we can actually save a little bit of extra money, just to put away, build our credit scores, and yeah. So when I get home, certain fruits like mango packs, what I do is I cut them up, or I take them out of the original packaging, I put it in a Ziploc and I freeze it. I do the same with any strawberries and all of that come out of packaging, so that I can keep it for if I need to make us anything delicious, because I do have a little smoothie maker here, which was gifted by another organization to us, and then I can make me and the kids some delicious smoothies. Also, something vital that I freeze, and this is something I've been doing since South Africa because the shop is so far from the farm, I freeze bread. So when I buy or get multi loaves of bread, a good friend from Omaha gifted me a few loaves of bread, and I was so happy because she came and visited in my house and she brought me a few loaves of bread. I think she gave me something like 6 loaves of bread. I kept one out, and the other 5 went into my freezer, and that's where I keep bread so that I know that it can stay fresh. And with bread, you freeze it. If you want to use it, you just take it out, let it stand on the counter for a couple of hours, and the bread is good to go. Don't put it in a microwave. Let it defrost naturally without actually having to let the bread go bad or soggy once it's defrosted. I'm also someone, when I make foods like stews and what have you. I made a fantastic beef stew not so long ago. So when we were done after eating that and the leftovers the next day, there was still a whole lot of beef stew that was over in terms of the gravy of the stew. What I did, instead of just chucking it in the bin, I actually bag and tag and I freeze it. So then I know I've got something that's a quick go-to if I need to make my husband or the kids something quick and easy to eat, and I don't have time for a long stew. And I also freeze vegetables. I got giant bags of these a couple of weeks ago when we went to the pantry. It's broccoli. Okay, a giant bag of broccoli. So what I did was I took the giant bags of broccoli and I shoved them in the freezer so that I can use them as and when I want. With frozen veg like that, including if you had to freeze this like bag of baby carrots that I got today, which I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna rebag it into 2 Ziplocs and then use them as I need them, so that I don't open the fridge and find in a couple of days it's gone bad. We need to remember that with the food that we are receiving, most of them have hit their sell-by date. So it's sell-by is past, but it's still usable, it's still edible. So instead of just letting it sit in the fridge, it's gonna go bad a whole lot quicker. You come home, take it out of its original packaging, re-ziplock it, and you're good to go. I have bought a whole bunch of these sandwich Ziploc bags at the Dollar Tree store. Dollar Tree is a whole lot better to buy types of bagging like that instead of buying it at Walmart or even at my favorite Russ's Market. That's going to be expensive. So at Dollar Tree, I think that those boxes cost me something like $1.75 a box. And the nice thing, that's not like South Africa, there's 42 bags per box. So I use them for the kids' school lunches that I pack every day, as well as for needing to bag and tag any fruit, vegetables, leftovers that I might put into the freezer so that we can save and maintain for longer. So just a little idea for those of us that come from an environment where we had a whole lot more and we've now got to sort of like take a step back and live on sell-by-date food. It's easier to keep it fresher for longer. Put it in your freezer, and the gorgeous thing in America, the fridges are so big. Even this top freezer, bottom fridge I've got over here, absolutely brilliant. So it takes a lot of space. So keeping those things frozen keeps my heart happy that we've got food even into a rainy day. So that's just an idea of a money saver and also a food saver for those of us that have to pick up at a pantry. Okay, so I'm here at the USADS right now. This is where I tend to end my week every Sunday. My husband and I roll in here with all of our laundry, and since I don't have a machine at home, this is where we get our laundry done. I like the USADS. The machines are big, the machines are clean, and it's pretty much easy. When I do a video in the future about all the lovely conveniences I love about America, I'll show you. So USADS is where I end my week. Pretty tired, and the week starts from fresh tomorrow again, and I hit the road to the pantries. But let's take a look at how much laundry I can get done quickly in 45 minutes. Aan de kant. Deine is out of order. Ons al moet wag. Okay. let's wait it out and then we can. And just like that, our laundry's done. And hey, the rain stopped. So it's a quick 5-minute walk home. And then I am done with my work week. So that's a little bit of what my work week looks like. Let's get home, finish this off. Okay, that's my busiest week done. It was kids' first full week at school. My husband doing college every day. Me being a mama lion, going out to hunt to keep the cupboards full every day, and ending the day with an awesome quick run to get our week's laundry done. And now I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna make my family a lasagna for Sunday lunch. And yeah, when it comes to a lot of the cooking, that content will come a lot more in the winter when I can't get out of this apartment. So watch out for that. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, it's been a busy weekend. Yeah, this woman's tired. I can feel it in my bones, but it's a good tired. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.